What's up, guys, and welcome back to Planet Zoo. Oh my goodness. So I just loaded this up today, and I typically load it up, I take a look at the zoo, think about what I want to do. If I want to add in a new animal in this episode, I go through and look at the animal market, and I have never seen animals up for 10,000 conservation credits. We've got a Bactrian camel here, got a 4,000 rating. There's a cheetah, Osei, an albino West African lion. We've got more camels, Bornean orangutans, bongos, giant pandas. Dude, this is insane. Oh, I'm so excited. We are on the way to being able to purchase animals like these, and that would be so great. Like, think about getting a 2-year-old cheetah. And look at that, 100% fertility. Are you kidding me right now? And that's only 8,500. That's really not that bad. We have so many interesting animals that we're going to be able to work our way up to. I'm very, very excited. But anyway, welcome back, guys. The sun is rising on a brand new day. We've got habitats that are at a disease risk, so we're going to go ahead and call the keeper. Was that for the hippos? Or which one was that for? Habitat 13, fight due to incorrect. Okay, not going to say that word because we're going to get demonetized, but let me see what's going on in here. So for animals, we've got 8 females and 2 males. Let me see the Gemsbok. See the Gemsbok Zoopedia here. I think we only want 1 male, right? 1 male with up to 9 females. All right, so we're going to have to get rid of one of these males. We've got Dill, who is 17.3 years old. He's got some pretty bad genetics. Or we've got Adanya. Oh, that's a... Hold on. Fadil's a male, but Adanya's a female. We got to find the other male. Where's the other male at? Abiyameka is our other male. And he's got better genetics. Longevity's not great, but 83, 83, 66. And then if we go back here, 50s. Oh, yeah. All right. You know what? I'm sorry, my man, but you're going to have to go, brother. Can't release you to the wild or anything, though. Shoot. So we're going to have to release Abiyameka, which he's pretty good. Oh, man. I'm going to say, I want to increase our gene pool a little bit. I'm going to send him to the trade center for now. And unfortunately, they don't age in the trade center, so there's really no way to get rid of them. We're just going to put them in there for storage for now, and we might end up making a second Gemsbok habitat or something. I don't know, but you guys can see, other than those little issues, we've got some visitors in the zoo. We can say hello to a few of these people. You get 20 credits per hello. I think you get 5 per day. So just got ourselves 100 credits right there. I guess 80. We did 4 hellos. And looks like our Gila monsters are hungry, so we're gonna call on a keeper. But yeah, everything's looking good. Our flamingos are looking good over here. If we take a look at our zoo, I think most animals are in good welfare. Looks like our puff adders are not, because there's too many. Oh shoot, can we let him out? I'm gonna move the black bear. I'm gonna move him in there. I wanna get him out of the box. Can we just unbox him? Yeah, we're unboxing him. Gemsbok is expecting offspring, that's good. Vet research is complete. Everything else is looking good. But yeah, if we take a look at the animals, like I said, our Gila monsters are not happy because there are too many of them. Our puff adders are not happy because there's too many of them, but everything else is good. And unfortunately, you can't get rid of puff adders. They're all on contraceptives right now, but we just kind of have to wait until they die off. Why is Zarya upset? Oops, Zarya. Was it X with an X? Why is Zarya upset? Let's go over to our grizzlies over here. Zarya, oh no, she's good. Welfare's good. Weird, maybe a little bug. All right, so let's pause this up and let's see. Looking at all this just makes me wish. You know what I mean? This plain zebra looks like a unicorn. Obviously, it's an albino zebra, but that's cool. Makes me wish we could afford things like that. But what we're going to do is we are going to look at cash-only listings, and we are going to look at the most sought-after animals here. Looks like we've got hippos, mandrills. Obviously, we already have both types of bears. I don't know why aardvarks are so popular, but apparently they are, which is kind of cool, I guess. We could do a hyena enclosure. We could do a walk-through turtle enclosure. Or tortoise enclosure, I don't want to call it the wrong thing. Timber wolves, American bison, African wild dog. Could do peafowls, could do warthogs. I don't know. What are you guys feeling? I mean, I feel like a walk-through tortoise exhibit could be kind of cool. We kind of did that back in the beta and we haven't done it since, I think that would be nice. That would actually, I feel like that's kind of a low-key thing to add in. And I mean, they're relatively easy to maintain, and they have a ton of draw to the zoo. You guys know we've kind of been having some money issues lately. We are in the profit still for this year, so I'm thinking something low-key but also draws a lot of visitors is probably going to be a good next step before we keep branching out and do something crazy. So I think I'm going to go, I mean, we've got a few different types of tortoises here. I'm going to select all of them. I guess there's only two. We've got the Aldabra or the Galapagos. So let's see what we're working with. This Galapagos right here is our most sought after one, but the problem is they are getting a little bit older there. Let me see our Zoopedia. So for the Galapagos, they live for 100 years. They have 2 to 7 offspring per mating event, so that's gonna be good. It takes them 8 months for the pregnancy and then 24 months in between being pregnant. We're gonna have 1 male and up to 3 females. All right, that's actually not bad. Let me see what our, we're losing options here. Let me see what our Aldabras are looking like. These live up to 119 years. 25 years is maturity, 2 to 8 months, 24 months. Okay, so technically the Aldabra is actually a better option, but really our better option is going to be the ones that bring in the most eyes. So I'm going to say we've also got a nice male and a nice female. Let me see some of these genes. Ooh, fertility on him is not great. These two are very fertile. Sizes aren't perfect, but I think we're gonna go with the Galapagos. So I'm gonna grab 1 female, 1 male, and then I'm gonna try to grab 1 more female. I'm gonna take that off, and then we're gonna put it to female. So we want a female. Looking for one that has some good genes. Ooh, that's gonna cost us 1,000 though. I don't think I want to do that. I guess this isn't bad. Delili, let's go, girl. All right, cool. So we've got our 3 animals, and now we're just gonna have to set up our new little exhibit. The question is, where do we want to put it? Probably gonna do a walkthrough type deal. So I'm trying to think. I mean, we've kind of like roadblocked ourselves over on this side of the zoo. I don't really see where we could go next unless we had a path go out through here. I guess we could do that. Or we could have something come back over this way. Let's get rid of these things. I think that might be the best. We could have, let's have a pathway. It's like a kind of like a shortcut in a sense. Why can't I delete this? There we go. It's kind of like a shortcut. So you can like come off this thing, walk around through the tortoises, and then end up by the flamingos, I think is what I'm gonna go for. So let's go ahead and let's delete these. We're going to grab some more of this elephant grass, and we're gonna set this up alongside all the staff buildings here so people can't see them. And then we're gonna set up a nice little walk-through habitat. It's gonna be kind of nice. Okay, so we've got this all set up. Looks nice. People are gonna be able to see the staff buildings. That's exciting. I was just going in and looking at our animals, and I just realized that we got one of each. So we need to go back. I'm gonna try to get a second Galapagos female. We forgot to take off. We need to take the Aldabra off. And then we're gonna have to look for a second Galapagos female, but it looks like it might have worked out in our favor. Do we want this one or do we want something like this? I mean, obviously fertility is important. Immunity, size, 50% versus 83% fertility. I'm gonna go for the more fertile. So we're gonna get this one. Looks like eventually we're gonna have 2 types of tortoises, which is fine. We can even have a double up walkthrough where you walk through one, then you come out, and then you go right into the other one. Could be kind of interesting, but I guess this is kind of where we're at for now. So this is gonna be, again, it's kind of an odd area, but I want to keep building out. I want to keep expanding. It's never gonna be perfect. We need some decent flow of people, but I feel like it's in a good spot. It's just kind of an awkward angle. So like, you know, obviously all the people come in here to our food court, and then they can walk this way, and they could kind of, you know, see the crocodiles, which this is ridiculous. Are we okay? Is everybody happy in here? We have a lot of crocs in here. We need some more food enrichment. So I'm gonna call a keeper over to hopefully refresh some of that. We might be able to throw a little bit more down too. They have a lot of what they need. We could put a little prey-scented snack over here. We could throw down another blood pumpkin, but we already kind of have some of these. We just need We need these guys to fill it up for us. That's the problem, is like, you need the keepers to keep coming by and restocking it, and it doesn't really work. But yeah, you could walk this way, you kind of see some of the crocs and stuff, and then you could come off this corner, walk through the tortoise habitat, end up at the flamingos, go around the flamingos. Eventually we'll probably move this thing, and we can have another thing loop around here to come back towards the back side of the crocs and stuff like that. So I kind of like where we're headed. It's just gonna look a little bit weird for right now, but I think that's gonna be okay. So let's if we go into our blueprints, I've got this sweet sign right here, Galapagos Giant Tortoise. So I'm gonna set this up on the corner. Gonna try to get this nice and right in the middle. So we've got that there, and then we're gonna be able to grab some of our paths, and I'm thinking we're just gonna go right underneath that thing. I don't know if you can. Is it gonna let you? I think we're 7 meters wide. No, are we 5 meters wide on our normal pathways? I'm not sure. Maybe it's 5. Gonna get this right towards the middle. Yeah, you can go underneath that thing. All right, cool. So we want to make it, I remember last time we made one of these, we made it kind of curvy, which was cool. So I'm gonna come straight out, and then we're gonna go, do we have to put the, hold on. We might have to put the habitat down first. I think we do. So this is gonna be the first entrance. I think I'm gonna go with the hedge here, just cause it's kind of cool looking. So I think our first thing we're gonna want to do is just kind of set up the exhibit. So I'm not sure how we want to do this. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like that there. How is that looking? I mean, it's a little, oh, it's a little not good. We might want to stick with squares, Trev. I think we're a little bit better with squares. So we're gonna keep the squares rolling. Or we could do rectangles with curved edges. So I'm gonna go for a 5 meter curve. We're gonna go like that, and then we're gonna go back to a straight line. And if we line this up straight, some of these things are in the way, nice and perpendicular, we can bring it that way, and then we can bring it back down to a 5 meter curve. Ah, okay, we're learning a little bit. And then we can come back here. I'm trying to make this perfectly even. Let's see if your boy can do it. 5 meter curve, gonna bring it out right like that. Go big time. I think we've got 3 of these in here. 1, 2, 3. Not bad. And then we can do another little 5 meter curve, and then we're just gonna connect these two. I mean, I don't know why we got a little bit weird there at the end, but that's pretty good looking. I feel like we kind of did it. We've got one hard angle, but that's all right. One thing we could do. Ooh, hold on? Can we sneak a staff path? Oh, this could be really nice. I don't think we're gonna be able to sneak one by there. Shoot. Okay, what we can do is if we move these back this way, we're gonna have that kind of come around like that. So now we can move these, and that's gonna be an easy entrance for a staff member to be able to get down there. That's good. We can kind of set it up right like this, go all the way to the edge. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. Obviously can move this, maybe put this over here. Bam. And then we could do a little habitat gate off out of the way. Boom. Just like that. And now what we need to do is we need a guest gate. We can throw a guest gate right here in the middle. Beautiful. And then we're gonna bring this around, and we're probably gonna exit over here. And then we can have a pathway for the guests to come off of this and head back towards the flamingos. Gonna bring them around this way, just like that. All right, not too shabby. I like where we're at here. I like where our head's at. Now we need to actually get the pathway in the middle though. I want something kind of a little loopy through here, so you get to walk around, you get to see them kind of eating and stuff in their natural habitat. Probably want to make that a little bit harder of a turn here. I'm trying to make it as natural as possible. I guess that's pretty good right there. Got a nice little S shape through there, and I feel like there's gonna be a decent amount we can do. I remember in the beta we did have a pretty cool little bridge that went over, and I feel like we probably want to do that again. So let me grab this path again, and then we're gonna make this a little bit shorter. We're gonna start to bring it up in the air. I don't think it has to be too tall. Probably just one is fine. We can maybe do another one. Kind of bring it around like that. Start to bring it down some, and then curve it on around through here to be able to end off. Is that pretty cool? Not bad. I like it. It's gonna give the the tortoises somewhere to kind of roam around underneath a little bit, and I feel like that's pretty cool. So I think the next thing is to add a little kind of river through it. Obviously, do we have? Ooh, okay. Our water treatment is not quite gonna reach. If we could get a water treatment right here, how the negative impact on guests, how big is it? I don't think that's gonna work. Shoot. I guess if the water, if it kind of comes over this way, it'll get a piece of it. We just need to bring it over there. I wasn't originally gonna have it go over there, but I guess it's not a bad thing. Let me see what I can do here. We're gonna bring out the terrain tool. We're gonna drop this stuff down a little bit. I'm just gonna make a small creek. This is not, it's not gonna be anything major. Ooh, shoot, that's actually pretty major right there. Probably wanna make it a little bit less intense, but we're gonna bring it underneath like this. Have it snake around to be able to cheat its way into that, the water treatment area, I guess. And then we could bring it over this way. Maybe something like that. Let me see what the water looks like. I mean, that's honestly not that bad. I actually think we could just, let's just flatten this out here. I think I'm gonna leave this section dry because this is probably the best spot to have a little home for them to be able to get away from people. I don't think it's really gonna fit anywhere else. So let's make sure that we have this all flattened out right here. And then if we throw water back in there, that's not so bad. I've actually got a blueprint for a little hut here. So I am gonna build some other stuff, don't you guys worry, but I felt like this might save us a little bit of time. So we can throw a little hut down here in the corner, and that kind of gives us a starting point. We can obviously customize it, add things to it, stuff like that, but that's kind of a good start. You guys can see we've got this thing. Do we want to put down some bedding? The tortoises use bedding like this? I'm not sure, but we're gonna throw it down there for them anyway. Looking pretty snazzy so far. I like it. So that's their little getaway if they want to get away from all the tourists walking through. They've got it. Should we move this back? Oh, hello. How do I move the whole thing? I guess we're not moving it. We could delete it and replace it, but it's fine. So we've got that. Now, I mean, we could, let's put down some food and stuff. I'm gonna put it over in this corner next to the habitat gate. Let me make sure, oh yeah, look at that. We've got the water right there in the cleaning area. But let's go into our habitat and we're gonna check out the Galapagos tortoise. Galapagos giant tortoise. Sorry, don't wanna sell them short. So let's see what we've got here. Gotta get a large food trough. We could place that like right here. We could do a water dish. We actually should probably switch those. I'm gonna move the food trough closer to the door, just so they're more likely to refill it. So we've got that. We've got a nice little water trough, although they can also get water out of their little creek. We've got, they like balls. Didn't know that. We could place a small ball over here. We could have, I'm gonna put a sprinkler on later. I've got an idea for that. Anything else? There's a heater, a dog ball. These guys like, I didn't think they would like playing around with balls, but that's pretty cool if they do. Herb scent marker enrichment. We could place like right here, so it's easy for these guys to get to. Ice ball. I think we're good for now. I think we're looking pretty good. All right, so let me see. Let's take a look. Let's start. We could move these guys in here now, but I say we just start. Let's start decorating it. So we're looking for tropical biome in South America. So we're gonna come into nature here. South and Central America in the tropical biome. Oh, sweet, dude. We're gonna be able to make some cool stuff with this. I'm excited. So I'm gonna definitely put some palm trees around their little house. Who doesn't like some nice palms? So we've got that. We could totally throw some kind of back here a little bit too. I wish that didn't cover up the sign. I feel like this is kind of cool, very tropical. Like that. All right, good stuff. I'm gonna delete this one. I feel like that's a little bit too much. Boom, look at that. Galapagos giant tortoise. And then he come walking in through here. This is pretty sweet so far. So we've got tons of palms. We've got some dead trees. We've got vines. We've got lobster claws. We can definitely put some more rocks and stuff in here. I think a cool little rock formation would be pretty fun. They've got tropical rocks, of course. So let me get rid of these filters. I'm gonna grab some tropical rocks, and I say we make a really fun like archway or something. You know what I mean? Shoot. I'm trying to think of how they would use it though. So I think I'm gonna try to make like a three-way archway is kind of what I'm going for. We could hang some vines down over it, kind of like we have going on over here. And that way it's just kind of like a central thing that they can all swim around and trot around in like tortoises do. You know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be kind of cool. So that's the vibe I'm going for here. I also don't want to block the guest's view too much though. So there is kind of a delicate balance that we're working with here. So I'm trying to make it look cool, trying to make it functional for them, but also trying to make it so that our guests have a good time as well. Trying to make it look believable too, because obviously these are some hefty old rocks, you know what I mean? Like this is a lot of weight that would need to be supported. So you need to make it look like something like this could actually stand, you know what I mean? How does that look over on the other side? I want to make sure we're not clipping into the walkway or anything. All right, we're looking pretty good so far. We need to kind of connect these a little bit. Looking fairly solid. We might be able to build a couple of these next to each other. Make it look like one big solid rock. Then we could put a couple more in there. Something like this, dude. Yeah, this is pretty sick. All right, so this space here definitely looks a little bit sketchy. Let's throw a little support beam in there, just like that. But yeah, dude, this is pretty cool. I like, what did we just do? I'm not sure what we just did. I like this. This looks pretty cool. So these vines here, I'm gonna just go ahead and duplicate these, and we can pretty much hang these just like they were over there. We can add some plants. We can do some cool stuff. Bam. All right, so we've got some nice little plants hanging down there. We're definitely gonna have to put some stuff on top to add a little bit of color. Maybe even palm trees. I'm trying to think what else. Let's go back to our we're gonna go back to our filters here, see what else we're working with. I mean, tamarind trees. If we had something like that hanging out of the top, could be kind of beautiful. I don't know if it would actually grow there in real life, but we're just gonna pretend like it. Oh, we've got big tamarind trees. We've got these little guys. We can kind of set these up all over it. Dude, this is gonna be a cool exhibit. I'm excited for this. That looks pretty nice. We've got some elephant ears we could definitely throw down in near the ground a little bit. They'd be kind of growing along the shoreline and in the water and stuff. So that looks pretty nice. We've got lobster claws. That's gonna add quite a bit of color. As always, we don't really want to overdo it. We want to make it look nice, but not make it look tacky. So I'm gonna throw a couple more around here, but overall, I feel like this is looking pretty nice. Try to think how we should do some of the other stuff though, you know what I mean? Like we've got two very gorgeous areas in here. I really like what we've done with this, if you want me to be completely honest. I think this is awesome. I can't wait to see him playing around in that. But, I mean, we could do a few other like little palm trees and stuff. It's just, it's a little tough with such a wide open area. I'm gonna throw those down like that. We could put some lilies in here, some water lilies. Get these just above the surface. We need to put some rocks and stuff down or something. Maybe get a double lily for over here. So I feel like it typically looks a little bit nicer when the creeks are lined with rocks and stuff, just to give it more of a physical boundary than just kind of water randomly appearing and disappearing out of nowhere. So I think that's what we're gonna do here. I'm just gonna build like a nice little outline along the little river here, and then I think for the most part we're probably done. I don't think there's a whole lot else that we're gonna be able to do. Obviously we need to add in some long grass, and we're gonna add in, you know, maybe some other rocks along the side and whatever else, but I feel like overall that's a pretty good start here. So we're gonna line this thing. It's gonna take a minute, and then we'll see what else we think from there. What do you guys think, dude? I feel like we killed this. To think that just a few minutes ago this was just a patch of sand, and now it looks like this. We've got a full tropical rock layer around the outside. We've got a fun little playpen here in the middle. This is amazing. We've got all kinds of plants and stuff all over the place. A cool little walk-through area. We probably need to get some speakers and stuff set up in here. Dude, this looks good. I think there is a little bit more we can do. Obviously, we're gonna paint up like some grass and some sand and rock and stuff like that, but I wanna get these guys in here to see what they like for terrain, to see where we're at in terms of coverage and stuff. I don't wanna overdo it, But this is a beautiful exhibit. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I mean, you guys can see we've even got this tamarind tree right here, and you've got the tamarind trees of the flamingos back in the background. So this is all very tropical. It kind of flows. It's a beautiful section of the zoo. And dude, I am honestly really happy with how this is going. So we've currently got some tortoises coming in. Let me take a look. Looks like we've got a water treatment failing. We're gonna call a mechanic on that. Oh, we need to get some vets researching on the what's it called, on the tortoises. We need to get them in the zoo first. So we're gonna wait on that. But yeah, these guys are coming in. I'm very excited. It should be really fun. Looks like Juanita is the first one here. We've got Juanita, Belicia, and Pedro is the name of our male, which is kind of exciting. So for now, before we move any further, let's get some research on these tortoises. We're also going to set up some education. So I'm thinking let's get a viewing device. We're going to set this up right as you enter. We could probably get 2 of these, one on each side. It's going to be kind of cool. So it lets you know exactly what you're about to get yourself into. So we're gonna go with the Galapagos giant tortoise on those. And then we probably want some speakers throughout. I'm gonna put a speaker in this plant right here. And let's go ahead and do giant tortoise, and we're gonna go for the full size there. And it looks like if we get 2 of them, that's gonna cover most of the area. So we'll put a second one right here, although I don't think that's powered. So eventually we're gonna have to get that powered. But so far that's a good look. Let's go ahead and get, we're gonna get a nice little tipping jar, donation box, probably throw one right in the start, probably throw one right here, maybe one up here, and one as you're leaving. This is no joke, dude, we work on donations. So we've got that kind of nice, or I guess probably want that on the outside as you're leaving and heading towards the flamingos. Not bad, I like it. Now let's see if these guys like it. So food enrichment, we are not looking very good. Obviously, we're gonna have to do some research on that. Terrain, we need better terrain. Environment, we could do more coverage if we wanted, but everything else is looking super solid. Like they are very happy with this, and we've actually got our first visitors coming in and doing the nice little walkthrough. I'm gonna pop her balloon. Sorry, have to go buy another one. Dude, this is cool. Now I honestly didn't check it. There's a way that you can check to make sure these guys are good with a walkthrough. I'm fairly certain they're gonna be good with a walkthrough, but I guess, man, this is cool, dude. Look at that. Look at these guys. Why did the tortoise cross the road to get to his fun little playpen on the other side? This is, oh, they're just walking right by him. Look at this. This kid looks so bored. Pop goes the balloon. Dude, these guys are sweet. I love this. All right, anyway, let's actually make their terrain nice, though. So you guys can see from a terrain perspective, we need way more grass and way less sand. Maybe a little bit of rock, too. So we're going to bring our little tool out. We're going to make this pretty big. Not that big, though. I think lots of grass around this area is going to be needed around their little home. And then we could even do a little bit of long grass around the backside. All right. A little bit of long grass, okay. Maybe, what do you guys think? Oh shoot, is there water out right there? There's water right there, we gotta fix that. Get rid of this water, and then what we're gonna do is we are gonna bring up the land in this area, make it a little bit smaller. Oh shoot, a little bit too heavy on the land there. There we go. And then we're gonna be able to put that water back in there, and it should look a little bit nicer. All right, back to our terrain. So we're gonna want some more grass, more intensity, a little bit bigger. I mean, should we do grass around the outside? I mean, the grass looks nice. I do like having grass. So I'm gonna say let's do grass around the outside, and then the inside and more towards the water could be a little bit sandy. Got some grass there. We could do some grass here, some grass through here. We're actually almost to the max of short grass, so I guess we're gonna get some long grass in through here. Don't really have a method to my madness, if you want me to be completely honest, but I'm just kind of painting and see what happens. Looks like we could use a little bit more sand, so I'm gonna drop this down to a slightly smaller size. Let's do sand all throughout here, and then maybe Maybe a little bit of sand in here, throughout here, maybe connecting some of the little sections of this. Closer to the river makes sense to have a little bit more sand. Just gonna kind of do pretty much around the outside of all of that. Dude, that looks pretty good. I think we could use some plants over in this area. It's kind of looking a little bit boring over here. Maybe grab a couple of tropical rocks and throw some trees and stuff down. Let me go into nature here, grab some tropical rocks. So I know, like, I just like big center focal piece rocks. So we could put something like that. We could put something like this over here. And then we could throw, I mean, we could throw like little claws and stuff, maybe some palm trees. Don't want it to get too repetitive, but there's only so many tropical plants, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get this lined up really nicely back here. I don't really want it clipping through the rock because there's no way a tree could grow like that, but could do a couple of separate trees over here like this. Not too bad. Vines, I don't know if I'm gonna add any vines. We need to make sure that we're in the right continent here. Maybe some of these down underneath just to give it a little bit of color. All that green grass is a little boring. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Nice little touches there. And I mean, I think we're looking pretty good. Do we call it good here? How are these guys looking? I want to see. We're gonna unbox all of them. I want to see how they're feeling. Oh shoot, one thing we should definitely do. We always need to do this. Let's make sure that we have mechanic coming every 3 months. Actually, probably every 3 months is probably good. Keeper every month. All right. Let's see how these guys are looking. So we need more food enrichment. Nutrition needs to get better, but we're going to have to do research on both of those things. Apart from that, we're at 100%, man. These guys are very, very happy. They're going to live some long lives and hopefully give us lots and lots of babies. So there you guys have it. Beautiful work. I love what we're doing here. I guess if some people are entering through this way, let's move this, and then we could throw a couple other TVs over on this side with the Galapagos. We want these. TV there, TV there. We're gonna have to figure out some power over on this side, but honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it off for now because we need to build out this side of the zoo. I'm not just gonna place down power and then we're gonna have to change it later. So I think it'll be more smart to do it this way. I guess we could, if we go back to our blueprints, we grab that Galapagos sign. We could kind of throw it on like this, like we had before. And then let me we duplicate this palm tree. And we can have it same, but different. Kind of have these hanging off the sides like we had before. Looks pretty good. I guess we could, we probably want some benches and stuff. We don't really have any benches over here, so I'm gonna throw down some waste bins, put a couple of baskets over here like that, and then we could do a couple of benches along the way, like maybe I'll put one here, and then we could do the same thing over on this side. One here and one there, and boom, there we have it. I think that's a pretty good setup, dude. I really like how that turned out. So, hope you guys did too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys in our next episode, and we are going to add some more animals to our oasis. We're going to keep growing, keep grinding. Things are looking pretty good. You guys can see we are in the profits right now. We're actually almost up to a 5-star zoo. We're at like a 4.8. We need a little bit more guest happiness. We actually haven't paid attention to guest happiness in a while. That might be a focus of the next episode. You can actually see what the guests are saying about your zoo. So we need some more trash cans. We need some more soda spots. Need to bring down the temp a little bit. Clean up the staff facilities. Need some more ice cream. That sort of thing. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.